The Bureau of Immigration, in coordination with the South Korean Embassy, deported 49 South Korean fugitives at NAIA, the biggest batch since 2017. Among those sent home were Han Jong-hoon, accused of operating 23 illegal gambling sites worth 82.5 billion pesos, and Choi Jo-hoon, alleged mastermind of a fishing syndicate that defrauded victims of nearly 70 million pesos. BI Commissioner Joel Anthony Viado said most were wanted for financial crimes, including embezzlement, fraud, and online scams. Authorities assured that the Philippines will not serve as a safe haven for fugitives, with advanced systems now in place to detect those attempting entry. And to tell us more, we have Bureau of Immigration spokesperson Dana Sandoval via Zoom to explain the continuing coordination with South Korean authorities and how these efforts strengthen the country's security measures. Good evening, ma'am. William Theo here from PTV News Tonight.
Good evening, William. Good evening to all the viewers of your program.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for joining us. And of course, how exactly was this mass deportation operation carried out at NAIA?
Yes, we were able to deport a big batch of South Korean fugitives. This is very significant for the Bureau of Immigration because this is a big batch of 49 South Korean fugitives who are wanted in South Korea for different economic crimes. These are not just small-time criminals, William. These are really big bosses of syndicates who have amassed as much as trillions of won from the victims of their fraud, mostly South Koreans. Usually they would operate their scamming or their phishing activities remotely. And this is a really big thing that we have done for our bureau to make sure that these fugitives are sent out, blacklisted, and not allowed to return to the Philippines.
Okay, ma'am, what exactly were some of these crimes? What were they why were they wanted in their country?
Most of them are wanted for economic crimes, mostly fraud. We've seen the same type of modus from the scam hubs that are seen in some Southeast Asian countries, some neighboring countries. A little like the POGO scam operations that are being caught in the Philippines. But this one, they are targeting their nationals themselves. And these are big bosses of different syndicates. Each one has their own targets, but essentially their modus operandi are very similar. They would do the phishing or scamming activity from afar. They would call their victim. They would sometimes pretend to be law enforcement agents of their country, and they would dupe the victim into depositing large sums into their accounts. There are also deportees who are part of syndicates that operate illegal online gambling in South Korea. It is illegal there to have online gambling, to do online gambling. And some of these deportees are the techie ones. So they are the ones who create and market these online gaming sites to be used illegally by South Koreans.
Yes, so this is definitely very heavy, ma'am. So how did the BI and the South Korean Embassy coordinate on this operation together?
Well, William, we're very thankful for the assistance of the South Korean Embassy because they've been very persistent in ensuring that all the documentation, they would give the proper assistance to expedite the deportation of these individuals, because it's very important. Their partnership is very important because one of the main things needed from these fugitives before they can be deported are their travel documents, which are issued by their embassy. And we are thankful that their embassy facilitated the issuance of the travel documents for those South Koreans who do not have their documentation already, and they assisted in providing the logistical preparations, including the chartered aircraft, to for us to be able to conduct this mass deportation.
Okay, ma'am, and we understand some fugitives file complaints locally to delay their deportation. How does the BI verify if these cases are indeed legitimate?
That is what we call the Demand-Me or Sue-Me scheme, wherein some illegal aliens, to avoid being deported back to their country, file cases against themselves. Sometimes it's vowsy, sometimes it's estafa, but the main thing is these cases are frivolous and are being filed just to delay the implementation of the deportation, because the Bureau cannot implement a deportation if the subject, if the foreign national, has a pending case here in the Philippines. So we would have to wait for the resolution of the pending case here in the Philippines before we deport the subject. So what we're doing right now, with the help of our mother department, which is the Department of Justice, we submit the names of those foreign nationals who have pending cases here in the Philippines, and the DOJ helps us compel the courts to expedite the resolution or the decision for cases involving foreign nationals, for us to be able to immediately implement the deportation. The DOJ has also previously warned that those lawyers and other legal entities that are found to be complicit with these foreign nationals who are filing cases against themselves just to evade deportation will face disbarment cases and other local cases themselves.
Okay, ma'am. And beyond this group, are there other foreign nationals in BI custody lined up for deportation anytime soon?
Madami pa, William. There's still a lot of them lined up for deportation. We're expecting another batch of South Koreans to be deported, hopefully in the next few months. There are also still a lot of foreign POGO workers that are set to be deported. What we're doing now is we're doing mass deportations because in many cases, the embassies, their embassy, would allow or would provide the chartered flight to be able to conduct a faster deportation for a larger number of foreign nationals, particularly for fugitives, because it is also very important for them, for these fugitives, to go back to their home country to face the cases against them. So we're thankful for the assistance of the embassies, because they've been very helpful. They've been very cooperative in ensuring that all the documentation needed of the deportees are provided, so we can deport these illegal aliens at the fastest possible time.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Dana Sandoval, spokesperson of the Bureau of Immigration. Thank you for giving us your time and shedding light on this. Thank you. Have a nice evening, ma'am.
Of course. Thank you and good evening.